V1X. It's been a minute. Let's get into the video. These are 5 effects that you can use on your basses to get an instant result. First one is going to be a delay. But what we're going to do with this kilohertz delay isn't just making a delay. Delay is we're throwing this thing in the milliseconds parameter. So we're making the delay really tight, and then we're also maybe like turning the feedback or the mix down just a little bit to give a little more tightness on the sound. Where we put it determines kind of like the tonality enhancement we get. You want to go around your note in the delay, so then you can get weird tonalities. I went to 11 here. Let's go to like 14. So you see what I mean? You can get really cool tonalities that kind of match your pitch range. You want to kind of get it just right, but you know what I mean. Next, I'm going to have to plug my own in. This is wave phase. Wave phase is a way better version of disperser, in my opinion. That's what we made. But my buddy J-Rod made this. But the point of this was to give you was to be able to get this kind of result enough. Like we got the sound there, but we don't have that that crazy dispersion sound that a lot of big names I feel like have. Now you see this frequency knob on the top left. I could take this to like 300, and that's gonna affect the 300 hertz range more. So we're gonna get more of a poppy, and we're gonna get more of this like shoom on the low end. See what I mean? Go to 800. Let's go to 800. Let's see the 800. So you can really nail this. And what wave phase is? It's an all-pass filter that you can set the frequency where you kind of want it to do the all pass, and it's going to cause a phasing. And the stage is just how many do you want of those? Do you want 1 or do you want like 145? This one's really messed up too, but I am using wave phase hell on this one. I kind of bounced everything out, so it's going through a really shitty like final chain. Using effector, but that's not all I'm doing here. What I'm using here is ring mod, and ring mod is really nice. I feel like to get for those tonal kind of, you want to get those tonal hard hitting kind of maybe tear out sounds or trenchy sounds, whatever it may be. I feel like this helps a lot, because like if I turned it off, this is what it sounds like. Plug in 3 for like the sound that I made real quick, and then I whopped wave phase on it. I whopped that cool plugin that I just talked about. Like a lot of people overlook ring mod, but this thing is nuts. Make sure your sounds, your shots, or at least your basses are tight. So it's a lot easier to work with the effects that I'm kind of recommending. Or shorter, tighter, whatever, cleaner. This work better. See? You can even create rhythms with that too. One thing I do want to point out that's a really good one, and I know I'm plugging my plugin again. You get the wave phase and the worm tube below for $15. So it's a steal, honestly, in my opinion. Saturation or like an overdrive amp of some sort, right, on your master. I'm straight up. I know it sounds crazy, but without this, without both of the worm tube and the the blood overdrive, my push wouldn't really exist. And also with the gain. So that's one thing I do want to recommend is saturation and also my warm tube plugin distortion in general. So using some saturation and maybe a little bit of distortion on your master is always a really great effect for pushing your sounds nice and clean. Don't go too crazy though. Don't go too crazy. Don't go too crazy. Don't go ham on the drive and the mix. Just get it just nice. It's a lot easier to control. Doesn't have to be Pro R. Doesn't have to be this one specifically. This is just my favorite. Me and J-Rod are working on making a better one. But there's another one you can use called Kilohertz. I have to kind of just say this plugin just because it's so massive in production. There's the Kilohertz Convolver, which is a lot. I don't know. I feel like both of them have a very good like level of creativity and like control. And what you can do, like, look at this shit. And look at this. Look at this. You can EQ all this crazy stuff. Like, I think regardless, if you don't have the money, there's one more you can use. There is one more. They're both amazing though. Honestly, FL's is not even that bad. I just don't use it. This one's another amazing one. The FL Convolver. This is another one. You can kind of get just as close results with this. Kinda not really. Pretty much. I mean, damn near close. I think it's just whatever they're using for the impulse. But, yeah, I mean, this is pretty goddamn close. I would use these. I would use a Convolver in your production. Don't sleep. Bye-bye. Have a great day.